WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Today's episode of the JB Webb Show is sponsored by Ashtray.
Maybe embellishing.
All right, I'm walking down the street now. I'm walking live here on the street. I'm going to see who I can find.
I need to hear the tambourine.
Do you want me to do the JB Webb Show? Oh, I spit on you.
You are not part of the conversation.
Do you? Do you really?
Thank you for holding, JB. Thank you for holding, JB.
Definitely a day job I don't complain about.
Gotta find out what's going on, what you're doing, what you're intending to do.
Love Shack, baby!
Juggernaut of rock action.
My baby understands that cigarettes are dangerous. The child reads avidly, backwards, in every language.
WJBW.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Hey, welcome back. It's JB Webb, and it is WJBW. We've converted. We used to be one show, and now we're another, and now we're 3 or 4 shows. So welcome. You can figure all that out. It's at WJBWnetworks.com. It's where you get all the information. We venerate talented people, and by venerate them, we don't eviscerate them. We compliment them and ask them questions, and they tell us a little bit about their background. They tell us some stories maybe they wouldn't otherwise tell some other people or some reason. I don't know. Trying to lay the scenario for your recognition. This is a independent network, and we do a few other programs out there. It's the Circadian Cast. That's our original music podcast. You send us music, and you can keep doing that. It's real easy to do. It is original music submission at WJBWnetworks.com, and attach an MP3 or guide us to a site where we can download music safely, Bandcamp. And hey, we've got another in-studio guest. We've converted our audio-video JB Webb Show into an all-audio podcast, and things have been going well. This is going fantastic. But our studio, in studio here with a great guy, and let me turn that down a little. I can't even hear myself. Okay. So we're in studio with a great guy, and we typically interview artists, musicians, activists, people with a talent. And this guy is talented. He's more of a personality, but he's also kind of like a keeping a voice that Orlando needs, and he's got a lot of cool stories. Welcome in studio, Jerry Johnson. Jerry, welcome, buddy. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing all right. How you doing?
You right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, It's nice to be here.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
You're a hell of a guy, man. I've known you for, I guess, a couple years. Haven't really had the chance to sit down and talk with you, but just occasionally kind of passing through. You're an Orlando native.
Yep.
Correct? Yeah,
I am.
And what I want to get into, I guess, would be some we were going to talk a little later about the Orlando music history. There's that group on Facebook. Everybody loves that freaking thing. And
that's a great group.
Yeah. So you want to make that come to life. We will be taking calls later at 407-379-9529. Right now, I want to get into your background. You started out, you've been here in Orlando, but then you kind of started out and you got into DJing with a certain group of guys at a pretty important time in Orlando. So maybe we could kind of start there and then kind of move, progress ahead a little bit.
All right, sure. Well, I first started. So
your roots. You have Orlando roots.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
People don't know that breaks kind of come out of here. There's great house
for sure.
Seeing big names.
The trance scene.
Icy,
Icy, of course.
Yeah, Orlando.
Marianne, AK 1200.
Yeah,
Dave Canolti, Kimball Collins.
Yeah, see, I mean Stace.
Stace Bass, absolutely, and of course her sister Shani.
So good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Shani Ray, who was part of.
I didn't know they were sisters.
They were sisters.
Oh, I didn't. I had no idea.
Actually, I just saw Shani's husband, Kevin, in Driving and Crying. They just played the Abbey the other night. But Shani and Stacy. Shani's history, right? She opened up.
I worked with her at the Sapphire.
Okay, great.
For about a year.
Okay,
yeah.
So I actually
Until
worked with her.
I think I did something right. Yeah, I did something completely bad. No, I flicked a cigarette at somebody. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, okay. So that was 90.
No, that was actually when. So the first time I met Shani and Stacy, they both had a house out off of Hiawassee back before it was actually Crime Hills. It was just starting to be into the ghetto. But I never forget a party that I went to at the house, and that's where I first met them. And they
house party.
Yeah, it was a house party, and at the time. Actually, the reason I went to their house and got to meet them was because I was working at Ruby Tuesdays in the Florida Mall.
Yeah.
I was waiting tables, and Brad Boletto and his wife Lisa came in, and they were the owners. They had just bought the Beecham, or they just leased it. They didn't buy it.
Okay.
And so they had this club called Pure Energy, and that was in 1988. So they liked my personality, and they offered me a job. I was 18 years old.
That's cool.
And yeah, so I was like, okay. So I went and started working at Pure Energy. I started off as actually a door guy, and then worked my way into bar back, and then before you know it, I ended up DJing. So Lisa kind of took me under her wings. She was the DJ at the time there.
Okay.
And then they also brought in this guy named Joe Ed, who actually I credit Joe Ed wholeheartedly for changing the entire music scene in Orlando. Because
so tell me about that. In what regard?
Well, he's from New Orleans, and Brad brought him in, and he had a totally different style of music. It was basically like a Chicago house, and a lot of craft work, a lot of Mickey Oliver, just really like cold cut, just really music I'd never heard of before. And actually, like Kimball had never heard any of the music like this, and it really had an impact, and it really changed the direction. Because at the time, Kimball was DJing at Beach Club, and he was doing alternative, Ministry, Pet Shop Boys, that kind of stuff.
Visage, type of stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
New Order,
exactly. Right. So Joed had a little more of a different sound, and it was very compelling and really changed a lot. I mean, I'll never forget those nights at the Beecham. And then we went from Pure Energy. They changed the name to World War III, and that was all Joed. And then
Joed,
yeah, JOE-EDD. He's an artist still in New Orleans, and I think he's actually still DJing as well. But that was definitely a life-changing time.
So you're there at an integral time, and I guess what's crazy is that landscape wasn't okay. So 20 years later, let's say, even 2015, 95. There's a whole world of, where I saw a poster, an old poster, I guess, and it was like Chris Domingo, and then down there was AK-1200. And Q Burns was, he was so incredible, and I mean, there was so much. Still is. Yeah. But I mean, there was so much great that was great about Orlando, and the great acts would come into town, and I guess where'd you go from there? Where did you go? Where did you kind of journey?
Well, okay, so that's a great question because at that time too, I started a radio show on PRK.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, I was on Saturday nights before Remark actually took over.
Okay,
my Saturday nights.
Wow, man!
Yeah, and I was actually, this is a pretty fun fact. I was the first person to play techno on that station.
Really?
Yeah, that was 89. And at the time, I was DJ Jazzy Jerry. So, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Fits right in.
So, I don't know if you know my DJ name is now, it's been the Reverend since like 1990. And so.
Yeah. How'd you get that name?
Well, DJ Icy actually gave me that name. He asked me to open up with him at Club Sub-Zero, which was at the station.
There have been so many clubs up and down, right? And it's amazing. Remember H2O and
I remember
the other place out on Lee?
The Abyss.
Was that the Abyss? Was that on Lee Road? And
no, the Abyss was actually downtown. That was downtown.
I don't remember that one.
Gosh, there was Hot Shots that I used to
remember
DJ with DJ Yogi.
Package Club or whatever.
Yep.
You ever
Out
what
by,
the hell that was called? Shots or no? That's wrong.
Yeah,
Cooter Browns. Wait, no,
not Cooter
I'm
Brown.
getting notes from my. I'm an idiot. Oh, okay. Thank you. I thought they were giving me more answers. No,
gotcha.
I'm an idiot.
So Icy, he was like, "Hey man, I like your
That's a cool
you like
story.
my radio show," and so he asked me to come open up for him. So I was like, "Great." So the first time that I opened for him, afterwards, he's like, "Yeah, that was great." He's like, when you play, he's like, it's like people are having a religious experience, like they've seen God. He's like, you know what? You're the Reverend, man. And I was like, awesome. So it
You're
stuck.
like, I'll take it. Hell yeah.
So it's stuck ever since then.
That's badass. So you really cultivated. I didn't know the piece about the radio, and that's fantastic. That's the broadcasting. Remember, Drop Shop too used to do
Absolutely.
something.
Yeah.
And
they had a studio inside their
exactly
their store.
Yeah, and that's what was. And they used to do internet broadcasts like way.
I think Venus and Mars was doing that as well back when that used to be on
Venus and Mars
50 and Mills.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that was a blast from the past.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, too, because the PRK show that I had, that's when I'd known Drew Garabo before that, but that was when I really started to get to know him.
Yeah.
And he actually worked the board for me one night, and that's
really?
where we started to get affiliated. And,
that's cool.
And that's what he does now. So
he had a bumpy road, right? So
he did have a bumpy road.
But he's way back up in Tampa, which
Dude,
is great for him. That's fantastic.
Do you know he's like, right now, he's got the #1 rated show in Tampa for the for the drive time, 3 to 7.
Hell, good for him, man.
And it's not just #1 in music.
It's top.
It's everything.
Yeah, well,
it's
he always had that gift of gab, and he was great, and he could put, and he learned from Jim Phillips, right?
Absolutely, he was
there.
an intern with Phillips.
Yeah, so I mean, he was brought up really well, and then he had that stint, and something happened, right? And then he worked for the Magic, or worked for
the Magic,
doing something. Then
and actually
got the 97. Remember, he was a DJ,
right? Yep, and they changed the
format.
format.
We're talking about Drew Garabo in studio with Jerry Johnson, third party. So funny. But so let's get I didn't know you had that much radio involvement, but so you transition from the point where I'm a DJ and I do this well, and I guess you've had the success, and then it kind of moved through. What kind of phase did you move into after that, or is it because there was a point in Orlando where people kind of that whole vibe went like from fully erect to flaccid, and,
right, totally,
overnight almost, and it was weird. So, but there's still a huge reverence, not to give a pun, but reverence for, where that came, where that kind of music came from. And there's still a lot of great places you can go hear house music. I've seen you out before at the Space Bar, I think, Sandwich Bar.
Yeah, Tommy Mark.
You're always doing stuff. So, and you just had him recently speak. And I want to get to this Under the Influence night, because this is fantastic. But before that, so give me a linear track of obviously we all have to, eat the crow, or whatever it's called, eat the frog, and kind of do things we don't want to do. But
I kind of have it's kind of ironic, because I was really getting into the DJ thing. I really loved it. I kind of had my own style. It wasn't breaks. It wasn't trance. It was more of an indie kind of trancey, like. To be honest with you, it wasn't really any specific genre. I just like to play music that I liked. Yeah. And so to make a long story longer, I really wanted to kind of advance my career and step it up. So I decided to move to Miami.
Okay.
So I moved to Miami, and needless to say, the Orlando scene was getting a lot of attention, and it got a lot of attention. And sure enough, I mean,
Also, you kind of just went at the wrong time.
Exactly.
Or you made the
So
you went down the chute, but not that you should have climbed the ladder.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's all good, because it is what it is. But
well, still, I mean, I think what I like about you and Ed is that, again, it fits into our mold of what we do, because people that spend their time, energy, and waking talent, going, hey, you're there in support for a lot of stuff here in Orlando, and not only because you are native, but you go out and you support and you spend your time and your energy. And when I learned about this Under the Influence night that you're doing, it's every first Thursday of every month.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So you have basically people come up in little indies, and it's a real quaint environment, and they tell stories. And they tell stories about what inspired them or what influenced them, I guess would be a better way to
about
phrase
a
it.
song, a particular song.
Okay, so I'm missing
had
that detail. Okay,
Yeah.
so cool. So so tell us, I guess tell us a little bit about that Under the Influence night that you're hosting.
So,
or you're DJing.
Yeah, well, the whole concept actually came up with, I actually was, Jessica Polly was working at a bar in the Milk District.
Right, okay.
And, she had me DJ there a couple times. And,
yeah.
And it was an intimate venue, and I was like, you know what? I want to do something different. And, growing up here in Orlando, I'm blessed to have a lot of very successful, talented musician friends, and something that, my entire life, I've always gotten along with, like, all cliques, like in high school, like, the nerds, the geeks, the jocks, I got along with everybody, The
bridge.
Yeah. So, musicians, I have a real fondness for, because, I love music. And, so, all the parties I've been to and people's houses I've been to, all these musicians, they have such great stories.
Yeah, of course.
And when they're performing on stage, they don't really have an opportunity to tell you these stories.
Yeah.
And, and a lot of these, guys, I admire, how they were influenced and why do you play the music that you play? So this gives them an opportunity to explain, this is how you, like Eugene, he's done it twice now in a row. And I got to say, man, his stories are just, and all the stories have been awesome, but his in particular are just like amazing, because he just has such a rich history.
Yeah.
And that's really what I wanted to get to, was the soul of these musicians, and because they all have such great stories to tell.
Yeah.
And so that,
listen, I love it. I love what you're doing. And you know what? My heartfelt apologies, because we were trying to work, and I was working with you and Chuck and trying to get out there to do it. But I want to do it. I want to help. I want to record it, because it's a badass. It's badass. It could be its own thing, so.
Yeah, it's in the stories, man. I mean, the music is awesome too. Like, the people that we've had so far has been, Terry Binion, Joseph and Jesse Martin.
Yeah, incredible. Kaylee, you just
Kaylee
had.
Baker, Brian Chowderkoff, Eugene, Dave Shaw. And, at first I was all about the musicians, but the more that I've had, guests come up and share stories, it is about the music. So once again, if you got a great story about something that influenced you,
it's got it's tied to a song, a particular song,
a song that had a major influence.
So you kind of say, hey, this is the song.
What they'll do is they'll tell the story.
Okay,
and for instance, so I'll share one of the stories that I shared. Okay,
all right.
So basically, growing up in Orlando in '79, I had a friend. Do you know Bruce Hayes? Bruce Henry Hayes, he's awesome musician. He's I think the Gold Miners.
Off the top of my head.
Well, he's one of my oldest friends, and so we used to listen to music together, and when we were in 5th grade, and I'll never forget when Back in Black came out.
Right.
We were totally into it, and because it was a really big hit when it came out.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget one time going over to Bruce's house, and I'm actually kind of concentrating the story. It's not, but I'll never forget. Bruce coming over to my house with "Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap" and that album cover with the black strips across the hand.
Right.
And then he's like, wait till you hear this song, and he puts the song on, and it was Big Balls.
Right.
And it was just
big balls.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, we're 5th, 6th grade, and just like an adolescent's dream.
Right.
It was just So, at the end of that, we played Big Balls. And ironically enough, the whole room ended up, singing Big Balls together. And, so it's about the story, about the song, and then we play the song in its entirety.
Okay, so that's cool. So then, oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a group. So you play the song after you
after the story's been told.
Okay,
and then I play the
fantastic.
song. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So then after the song, then someone else gets up and does their thing.
Exactly.
So how many? What's the set? Like, what's the it goes? 6, 8 people, or I mean, you I guess could stack as many. If some songs aren't long or what have you.
Well, yeah, each person has about 2 songs to.
Wow, it's almost like a therapeutic thing, because then you get to understand that person so
Exactly.
much better.
Exactly.
You get the read, and then you're like, wow, as the song's going, it's like, wow, I'm understanding, I'm in their brain. That's badass.
It really is, man. And
that's badass.
As good as the songs are, the stories have been epic.
Yeah, well, there's got to be a way to record that, save that for posterity or something. But it's an intimate feeling at Little Indies. Maybe we can broadcast portions of that. I think the music thing is going to be a little tricky. I don't have a license to play other people. I don't want to pay for it either.
Well, we could always
work around it.
Because I'm telling you, man, the stories are like.
Well, the stories, yeah, that's what sounds fantastic. Yeah. And so you came up. You were working with people, and you kind of came up with this idea. I think that's kind of where we left off. Now you've done a number of other things in the art and music community. You support people that come back in. They had the big Oz reunion, and they had different things that go down here, and they change Firestone. What's your thought? What's the oldest club on Orange Avenue you can remember? Because you've been here for the whole time, so that's what I'm curious. Is
the oldest club I remember would be Orange Quarter.
What?
Orange Quarter,
Where
which is now iBar.
Really?
Yeah, and it used to be.
It was called Orange Quarter.
Orange Quarter, and it was a gay bar.
Okay, all right.
It was a gay bar,
right.
And then my friend John Gardner bought it, and he turned it into the Beach Club.
Right.
And from the Beach Club, he turned it into Barbarella.
Barbarella.
And now it's the iBar.
iBar.
And now he's got a club in Austin.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting ready to open one in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I know.
He's doing something right there.
Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, and that's iBar, that whole, that's the longest running club downtown, period.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
the corner too, right there. It's boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Beecham, has been more of a, it was a movie house, right, originally or something like that. It was,
and it's funny you say that because I actually lived in the Beecham Theater. In the summer of 1988 when I told you I got a job at Pure Energy.
Okay.
And I lived up in the projector room, and it was awesome. Yeah. It was. Dude, that was the time of my life because every weekend, there was a party at my place, and I was single, and long hair, and
How do you take it? You're like, hey, come on, let's go to sleep. It's right up here.
You don't have to go anywhere. Hey, the club's not closing. You don't have to go anywhere.
Come up to my projector bedroom.
Yeah, and then, we had the green room in the back, which is where I showered. And then at the time, there was Downtown Blues and Jazz Club, which at first it was Valentine's.
Okay.
And then
wow.
Downtown Blues and Jazz.
I remember it being called Downtown Jazz and Blues. I didn't know Valentine's before that.
Actually, it was Valentine's, and if you go into the social now, if you go right in the door and you look straight up,
right,
there's
that
a window with the V.
Yeah, and
that's it for Valentine's. And they used to have Giorgio Valentino's headboard behind the bar, and that was kind of the backdrop of the bar.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's actually went Valentine's to Blue Note, and then
Blue Note,
and then they had to change their name because they got that cease and desist order from the label.
Yeah,
and then Downtown Blues and Jazz.
And I remember Blue Room. I guess it was off of Central.
Oh yeah, I do. I actually spun there with Kimball one time. That was on Pine Street.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
it's it's still there, but the building next to it burned down. It's still a big, empty.
It's crazy how much
square.
Orlando has changed, and I mean, you can really see the bigger metropolitan push, that's been going on.
Oh yeah,
they keep sprawling and growing to the west. It seems like.
Yeah,
and but I like how they're preserving the historical district. And Orlando is beautiful when you're here in downtown Orlando, and I guess that's what most people don't know. It is fine, whatever.
Right.
It is miserably hot in the summer, but. There's a lot of cool parts like Langford Park, little places that nobody knows. So you would be a great Orlando tour guide almost. You could be like, Harold, this used to be.
I used to live here and there, and I've probably.
How many places have you lived around here?
I would say probably 100.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, in my 20s, and
right. Like I'm just staying here for now.
Yeah.
So that's funny as hell.
Yeah.
So speaking of stories, then, all right. I guess I can give you some time to think about you. Let me rummage through. I can play a little track of some music people have sent me over the past years. But and then we can refill our drinks and come back up. Stick around and do the news with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I want you to think of a couple stories to give me, a couple of little stories.
Oh,
that
I've
you
got some
might
stories.
have, up your sleeve. We're talking with Jerry Johnson. You're listening to WJBW. This is JB Webb. We are broadcasting live on the Spreaker and the Spreaker app, wherever you can get Spreaker. We're there. We thank you for chatting with us. You can telephone call. It's 407-379-9529 if you want to share some kind of Orlando music history or say hey to Jerry or say hey to me. Our co-host, MK, is out this week. He's got to go make money cutting hair, so that's a reasonable excuse. He needs to work it. So maybe he'll be back next week. I'm not sure.
He better work it.
Oh, yeah. So, all right, let me pull up a track here. What do you want? I've got an ass ton of hip-hop. Hold on.
You got any Childish Gambino?
I don't think so. Who is that?
Childish Gambino. Man, he's got some awesome videos out right now. It's really good.
I had a crazy song in here, but I was afraid to play it.
Don't be scared.
I was really afraid, Jerry.
How could you be scared? I mean, you're sitting here butt-ass naked.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the main thing.
He's like,
is
hey,
that
man.
I'm glad you're comfortable with me being completely naked.
Well, I'm not really.
Oh,
that's why I'm kind of bringing
sorry.
it up.
Oh, well, I thought you'd be okay with it.
It's very
I
intimidating.
was behind a desk. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I knew you were excited and all, but I didn't realize you were that.
Oh, here's a cool song.
Excited.
Kelly McRae came through town. We got to chat with her, did an interview with her, and we'll play a little bit of one of her songs called "Stay Close to Me."
I will.
So we're gonna get some drinks and be right back. Hang tight.
Blessing and burden, twin birds in flight. One comes in the morning, one comes in the night. If I share darkness is here, then the dawn must be near. Hope is hard won, and the only thing that I can surely
I like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I like that a lot.
Holy mackerel.
Hey, thanks for putting the clothes back on.
Welcome back. Yeah, I had to do that. No problem.
I know you were trying to break the ice and all, but it was a little much.
It was. It got a little weird there. So anyway, welcome back. I'm JB Webb. We are doing something. Oh, yeah, I got to turn this down. There we go. That was my problem. I got to turn the studio thing off. Jerry's having a brew. Talking with Jerry Johnson, local Orlando native legendary character. I almost gave you the local legend title.
No, come on.
I almost gave it to you. But, you know, what I think is cool about you, again, like you said, you kind of, had the DJ thing. You kind of moved maybe a different time, bad timing, and it came back. But the thing about you is you're persistent. You're still here. You still have the skills. You still have the range. You still have the ability. So, again, that's why I want to, just say, You've got skills. You're a talented guy. You got to keep doing them. You got to keep doing stuff.
keep it going.
You want to hear more? No, you got to keep doing stuff. I mean, it's great. This under the influence thing, bro. It's and again, we've been acquaintances. Now we're friends.
We're friends.
Yeah. So we've been acquaintances.
You broke the ice. I mean, how can we not be friends?
I put my pants back on, and now we can't be strangers anymore. So
Thursday.
Anyway. No, but what I'm trying to say is that you do have a knack, and this under the influence thing is just incredible to me. It's every first Thursday night at Little Indies, on Mills, and
next
that's
to Will's
Orlando.
Pub.
If you're visiting Orlando sometime, and it's the first Thursday, well, go check this thing out because it's incredible. People tell stories about an influential song in their life, and then the song is played, and then rinse and repeat, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they have beautiful cocktails.
Man, the handcrafted cocktails are awesome there, and it's in the room.
They know what they're doing.
When's the last time you were there?
I was there before they got the liquor license, I guess.
Oh, dude. So
when they were just doing beer and stuff.
I got to tell you, you need to go. Yeah. And it's the venue is one of the most intimate venues in town now. I mean, Little Indies. It's like it's got three. Well, it's 2 rooms, and then they've got this. They just finished the outside patio, which is awesome.
Is it in the front or the back?
It's in the back.
Ah,
yeah. So, and I don't. Here's a little history for you
better.
too. Will Walker, I've known for 20 plus years, and I actually at one time managed Will's Pub.
Oh, the Lock Haven.
Yeah, on Will's on Mills, which is awesome.
When it was down by that Lock Haven location.
Yep.
And remember
Next
that
to the hotel?
Oh
yeah.
And then the hotel would.
Like
it weren't you guys running the hotel too, or there was in some cahoots, or there was some relationship there?
His dad owned the hotel.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. So that's what it was, and that's because people would come in to play, they'd stay there.
Yeah.
That whole scene was totally different. Now it's like a vet's office or something, right?
No, that vet office has always been there.
Oh.
No, now it's just another
it's
Florida
after
hospital
the big
building.
Pipe. Yeah.
Because they bought up all that land.
God.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah,
and what do you think of being a local guy? What do you think about what has been done at the Mills?
Mills 50?
The Mills, well, not Mills 50, but the new Mills area. What's the Mills in Nebraska?
Dude, anything that brings more people away from downtown, I actually like. I like the Mills district. It's sad Peacock's not here anymore.
Yeah,
but apparently, actually. I hear the owners from
Propagation.
What's that?
Is that what it's called? Propagation or something?
I'm not sure.
It's like a tea house now or something.
Well, no, actually, it's nothing right now. It's still empty. But I know a club's going to be moving into there, or from what I hear, that's the rumor.
Oh. No, I thought it was like a tea house or something now.
No, the Peacock.
Yeah,
no.
The old Peacock.
No.
Anyway, all right. Well, we're talking local stuff.
Yeah,
Jerry Johnson's in studio, and So you do some different stuff. You do some different voices stuff. You were going to tell me something. I forgot what it was now, and it's so convenient. But
well, no, I've just I did used to do voiceover work for David Simonu for the station.
Okay,
and like this Friday night, come check it out with Vandal. If you get vandalized with Vandal, don't forget the drink specials. And of course, I could do titty dancer DJ.
Okay, let's hear one of those.
Remember, guys, let's have a round of applause for the young ladies and some menopause for the older ladies. Come on, guys, let's put your hands together. Oh, yeah. Remember, these girls work for tips and tips alone.
That was funny.
Yeah.
So
do that. Well, hey, I say you should. I'll give you an open invite, man. Anytime you want to come back and hang out in studio. Actually, I think I'm confirming Jeff Nolan. for later in the
Are
month.
you now? Well,
I think so.
you know what? I
After
would absolutely love to be a part of
come
that.
in there and help me interview him, because then you'll help me get more stuff that I don't know.
Dude, let me tell you, Jeff was going to do this last Under the Influence.
Yeah.
But he got a last-minute gig. Something came up, so I think he's going to be a part of the next one. And check this out.
Okay.
So I just talked to Thomas Wynn today.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if we get all the ducks in a row, I'm going to have kind of a win night, winning.
Okay.
You know
really?
what I'm saying? Having
wow.
Thomas, Hannah, their father, Olivia.
Wow, that'll be...
Yeah. And so I'm hoping that works out because, I mean, the Winds have some awesome, fabulous stories to tell. And I think they'd want to hear each other's stories.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, I hope that works out because that would be awesome. Win family night. I mean, come on. Their stories are legendary.
And, yeah, the whole essence of what influenced them would be epic.
Exactly.
To sit in that room and go, oh my gosh.
And the same with Jeff Nolan. That's why I couldn't wait to hear Jeff's stories.
Yeah.
And I just Jessica Paula. Jessica.
It's great, man. Oh yeah.
I mean,
I totally do. I mean, you're. I love the way you're doing it. And I love the spirit of this, and I want to help. In any way I can.
Right on. And you know what? That being said,
I think that.
Dude, I would love to sit in on this because it's a good feel. It's good. I like this, man. That's all I got to say about
it'll be good.
All right,
it'll be good. All right. Well, cool. So, Little Indies, if you don't know, right next to Will's Pub, Mills Avenue, Orlando, Florida, bleep, blop, blue.
Right.
And anyway, we're going to break a little bit of news badly, and... wait a second.
It's the news.
JB Webb back with you. Breaking news badly. It's some news. So, you hear about this? Thieves make off with 9 tons of crab in Central Florida. This is clickorlando.com. It's a men steal 200... Is that right? $271,000 worth of crab.
That's a lot of crab.
Winter Park, Winter Haven. More than $250,000.
What?
It's ridiculous. Hey, welcome.
I got a new sponsor.
How you like that?
That was good.
I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, there you go. Okay, my bad. 18,000 pounds. There you go. So I didn't want to read that. Instead, I played the video. I normally read it. I don't know what happened to me there. Anyway, that is ridiculous. Did you hear that story?
That's no. But my circles I hang in.
How you steal that much crab?
Yeah,
it's like a baron somewhere. Hey, stop it.
I'm sorry, I can't.
No, okay. So here's another one that I found, and of course we're going to talk about the Zimmerman thing. You hear about the Zimmerman?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before that,
karma's a bitch.
Where's this coming from? This says DEA approves ecstasy for anxiety. MDMA trials begin in California. DecodedMagazine.com tells us that DEA approves ecstasy for anxiety, and the trials begin in California. So, what do you think of that? You ever?
I'm actually kind of freaking out right now. So, I wonder if they're going to pass that because my anxiety is through the roof right now.
My anxiety level is so high. I need some help. Yeah. How do you? Anyway, but I guess that's really I guess good. I don't know if that's pharmacological to a degree, but I don't know. I don't think people should. How far are you going to go? That's almost like saying we're going to let you lose your mind so we can. It doesn't matter what happens to you.
Yeah,
it's part of a bad plan. I say no. I have no idea, but I don't know, man. That ecstasy.
Yeah.
They got that ecstasy disease. You get a prescription for ecstasy. I'm so anxious. Here, do this. Now you're fucking a lamp. Right? What the hell's going on? So here's your pill. May insert your, may finger every hole around you. I mean, what the hell? That's ridiculous.
So,
anyway. And then finally, before we get to Zimmy Zim, at least 4 Florida companies are approved for a ferry service to Cuba.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
What do you think of that?
I'd go.
You like that idea? What is that going to be, like a 90-minute ride, like across the whatever? I don't know.
Probably less than that. It's only 90 miles from Key West.
It's 90 miles,
yeah.
90 minutes. I don't know. You're going 100 miles an hour? I don't know.
No, I'd be going 1 mile an hour.
If you go 1 mile an hour times 12, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I know.
But wait, what was it? What was the story?
It was getting to Cuba on a ferry.
Oh, four ferries. 4 ferry
Four
service.
ferries. They're going to
Four
Cuba.
ferry
Seriously.
service
How many
in
S's
Cuba.
is in that?
Oh, my God.
Seriously.
No, you didn't.
Dead.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, at least 4 Florida companies are approved for ferry service to Cuba. So that sounds badass. I hope they have nice ferries. Anyway, all these damn commercials I'm running into. Stop that. So let me read this to you. According to lawyer Mark Nejame, the man involved, Matthew Apperson, simply maintained that he acted in self-defense. We see everything to suggest that is correct and nothing to suggest otherwise, but we do not think it is appropriate to get into any of the facts specifically right now. So the Grio.com tells us, and of course they have the video piece of this, but so George Zimmerman got shot.
Well,
is that what happened?
I heard he just got sprinkled with a little glass from the shot.
Well, okay, so the guy fired the gun, so that's like their. What actually happened? I know nothing about this.
You know, I don't really know too much about it, but
meet the man who shot at. Okay, so this says meet the man who shot at. As Apperson told the pastor, it's not the first time the two men have clashed in September. Oh, so they've had a fight before.
That's new to me.
Zimmerman had threatened him, saying, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" Although further details have not yet been released, Nejame insisted that his client has been legally justified to shoot, and that he had a concealed carry penis permit. A concealed carry penis. That's what he. Neither man has been charged in the incident. And nobody's been charged?
Yeah.
Shots have been going off.
Yeah.
I thought in Florida, wasn't it, if you shoot a gun in public, you got...
Especially at a
certain amount of jail time.
A car, with people in it.
That's what I thought.
But I guess because it was George, maybe the cops were like, you know what? This karma's a bitch. You get out of here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow. They're like, I'm not touching you.
Yeah.
No way. No way. Oh, my God. Totally dodged the Zimmerman today. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, wow, that's ridiculous. So, okay. There you go. So old Zimmy Zim's back at it again. At it again. Oh, Zimmy. Anyway, so listen, I asked you before for a couple of little scenarios. Let me see here. Fake producer, give me... No. Okay. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
It's a beat.
Welcome. All right. Welcome back. Hey, everything's popping over here. Come on back to WJBW. Thank you for letting us break it loose badly.
It's the morning show.
So what happened to you, man, when you were
man, I told you not to
in
bring
Miami.
this up.
When you were in Miami, man.
Miami.
Did you remember Joseph Martin's singing with the U2 thing?
I think that was
I
Tampa,
saw
but
that
yeah.
in the group. Oh, was that in Tampa?
That was in Tampa. Yeah.
Was Miami, did you like it? When were you there? Like in the 90s or something?
93.
Okay.
I was there. And I was 25.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Making good decisions.
So I got a great
Day
story
after
about when
day.
I first went to Miami, and I was like, all right, this is going to be awesome because I moved down there because my friend Angie Daddy just recently had moved down there, and she was working at this modeling agency on Ocean Drive. So, so I was like, you know what? Fine, because at the time I was here in Orlando, and I told you I wanted to, boost my DJ career, and I also at the time could not drive, and getting around Orlando at that time was almost impossible if you can't do that. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going. So I go down, and the first night that I get there, I go up with her, and she's like, hey, listen, I'm taking you to this party. Where the best thing you got? And I'm like, okay. So we go to this really super nice, fancy restaurant. Dude, I'm talking it was enough so that I met Sean Penn, and I was actually sitting at the same table as him. I mean, it was, there was probably 14 people at this table, this big round table, but he was at the opposite end of the table that I was at. And, so this guy was actually taking this picture that was right by me, and Sean got up and pointed at him, and I happened to notice. So I grabbed the guy's camera and I tossed it to Sean, and Sean catches it. And he pulls out the film, throws it down, and tosses it back at the camera. And by then security was up there and was escorting this guy out of there. So, because it was some charity dinner. I don't remember all the details because it was very...
It was like a rabid paparazzi kind of thing.
Yeah. He wasn't supposed to be in there, and so...
He just popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, and,
That's weird.
And this table was big enough where I couldn't actually, talk to him because, I mean, it was that big.
Yeah, big banquet
tables.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Like
and, there's a big centerpiece and all that crap.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I was going down there to get a DJ job. So, one of his guys came over around and was like, "Hey, this is Sean's car. He wanted to thank you, and he said give him a call tomorrow." So I did, and he didn't answer. It was his assistant, and she had heard what happened, and she's like, "Listen, come down to this club Bash, which they were getting ready to open up." So long story short, I go down there, and when I go there, this is actually pretty awesome too. So this is the next day, my first day. Like that was the first night, and then the next day, I go down to the Bash before it's open, and this is awesome. I go in there, and there's a bartender, and I had my bag of records.
Okay.
And the assistant said, I told him I was a DJ, and she's like, "That's awesome. Bring some music, and we'll talk." So I kind of left that part out. I go into this place, and it's on Washington, and it's not open yet. And there's a bartender, and there's this older couple. I didn't really pay much attention. And the bartender was like, "Hey, the booth's up, it's on. Go ahead and put something on." Right. I was like, "Okay." So I went up there and I put on a record. I don't remember exactly what I'd put on. I think I do a Steely Dan.
Oh, that's good.
Long story short, or longer, the guy at the end of the bar, as they were leaving, and the gentleman said, "Oh, awesome song." He's like, "You're gonna do well," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So that man turned out to be Dennis Hopper.
Really?
And yes, that is a true story. And I didn't know that. I was like, "Oh, that guy looks familiar." But, I went to the bartender after I played another song, and I went up there and, asked for a water. And I was like, who was that guy? And he's like, "Really? You don't know who that was?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "That was Dennis Hopper." And I was like, "You're kidding me." And this is like, 2 in the afternoon.
What the hell?
Yeah, dude. And that was my second day. Needless to say, I got the job.
Okay.
And, and I thought it was going to be awesome in Miami. And, it was just not what I was, But
just
that's,
that's incredible.
It was incredible. I'll never forget that. And that's the first time I've actually told that story in probably 10 years.
Oh, well, thanks for sharing it here.
Yeah,
but that's that's incredible, man.
Yeah.
I mean, when you really are doing what you love, and then it impacts others, and so some people's art form, and it's kind of like you're an artist in a sense of what you're doing with this Under the Influence, again, the Little Indies. It's phenomenal. You're eliciting these kind of stories from people and their background and
exactly. I'm also giving these musicians and these whatever it is they do, because I'm gonna have bar owners involved and already have, but it gives them a creative outlet as well that they normally don't have. And a lot of times, you see a band that you really like, you wonder, what influenced them on that. And so,
Right.
the people that I'm bringing in, it's just it's been going really well, and I see it getting better.
It's a great concept. It's you want to wear somebody else's shoes. Here you go. This is the perfect way to do it. It's they tell a story tied to a song. You listen to that song, and you can almost replicate your own self into that scenario as someone else. So it's good to especially with the way the world is today, and everybody's ready for whatever they're ready for. It's good to always be aware that if you give, that's the concept that a lot of people don't get. They don't get to give. Wait, do you give to get? You don't get it. Give. Wait, give. Do. Yeah. You need to give.
The love you take is
there you
go to the love you make.
Okay. Isn't that? Yeah. Joseph Martin.
No, that's John Lennon.
Have you had Joseph here on any of your podcasts?
Yeah. He was. He helped us close out our season 3 or 4.
Nice.
And I've interviewed him, but at the time it was my God. It was so he wasn't back on what he's doing now, right? He's traveling around the country,
Dude.
right? And he's doing the show from remote, and I mean that's beautiful.
Yeah, he's got the YouTube show now.
That's fantastic.
They've been working out the
It's
bugs, and
It's great.
It is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's badass.
Yeah.
Joseph Martin's a legendary cat from around here. Oh, here he is. Wait,
Him and Jesse, that is where it's at. They're on the road. They're going into Colorado as we speak. That is where it's at.
I'm trying to see if that's coming through. Hold on.
Oh, that's him.
Oh, it's not coming through. That's not.
That was totally him, man. See, that's how he starts
now
most of
it's
his
coming
songs.
through. Anyway, no, I didn't have something.
And if you don't
picked
have
up
his
a
sound
sound.
right, that was totally him.
Yeah, that was him. That
Yeah,
was right.
Yep. He goes, hey, can I get a little more in this mic?
That's where it's at.
Okay, there we go. Let's do this.
So what other things do you do, man? Do you get into art? Do you get into anything else? I know, being in a good, relationship.
I've got an awesome relationship with my wife, and no kids,
no children.
No. Me and my wife Dana. Anybody that knows me pretty much knows Dana. I mean, she's normally attached to my hip. She's awesome, dude.
Where is she? Why didn't she come in?
She's working.
Oh, okay.
She's cutting hair like your co-host.
Oh, like MK.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good thing. Thanks
Yeah,
for
Twist.
reminding me.
That's right.
Yeah, twisthairstudio.com. Go to the website. Check it out. More importantly, you can go in person, and they'll cater to your exact needs for hair coloring, cutting, and what's it called? I don't know.
And everything. Twist is awesome.
Twist. Oh, do you go there?
I don't, because my wife does cut hair. She's
so that would be direct competition. You'd be in huge trouble, man.
Dana Johnson.
TwistHairStudio.com. Go check them out.
Yeah,
Talented,
Twist is awesome.
hardworking people, and creative. And let's mention our other friends at StreetJelly.com. StreetJelly.com. It's online busking. What is online busking? It's playing music on the side of the internet highway. People actually tip you out with little tokens and coins. Check it out. Hook up your profile to StreetJelly.com. I believe it's free to do that. And you could be busking today. Artarmy.org. Everyone is an artist.
The revolution has begun.
Right now.
From the front lines
Art!
to your imagination.
Army!
A revolution is a dramatic change in ideas or practice. This is a revolution, a dramatic change. This is the Art Army.
Art! Army!
Yeah! Hell yeah! All right.
Go to artarmy.org and read the manifesto, and just realize that everyone is an artist. And Loverino, special consideration to Loverino.com. Back up your life with Loverino. I just made that up. I want something more Loverino.
That was nice.
No, they gave us the archive site, actually, which is badass. So everything's backed up. But you can find us on Stitcher. There, you can find us through the iTunes. You can find us everywhere. But we do this live broadcast once a week, and we try to learn more about each person that comes in here and have a little bit of fun. Have a couple drinks, hang out. Yeah. But Jerry, man, you're a talented guy. I appreciate you sharing your stories with us. I love the Under the Influence movement you have going.
Thanks, man.
First Thursdays, right? Out there, Little Indies off of Mills.
That's right.
Wheels on Mills.
It was great being here, man. Thank you for having me.
You're the man, dude. I appreciate you. Oh, man. Why is it not working, Bobby?
I don't know, Bobby.
All right. Anyway.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Right there. There it is. That's it. There we go. There we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Up 4. Oh, yeah.
This is transition music.
It's nice.
We're just transitioning out. Anyway.
We need Barbie up to the stage next. Barbie's up to the stage next.
So, yeah, there you go.
Nice, man. How did you put that?
Oh, I made that up. What is that?
That was cool, man. Look, everyone else is into it.
Yeah. What is that?
What was? I don't
Free Sound. I forget what that website is that I made.
Street Jelly?
No.
Loverino?
No, not Street Jelly. Not them. No. I forget where I made that song. It's called Soundation.
Soundation.
Yes, Soundation.
Asian.
And it's a free...
With emphasis on...
Not Asian. No.
Asian. Sweet Asians.
No.
No, yeah, man. It's nice.
No, it wasn't it.
It didn't sound very
That's
Asian.
not what we were trying to...
Okay. You got the yellow fever over there.
Okay. What the hell? What the hell's happening? No. So anyway, what's a good what is it? Littleindies.org. Will's.
Yeah, or go on Facebook. Just put in Little Indies and Will's Pub.
So I love it. I love what you're doing, man. I'm gonna come check it out and
hopefully we'll get you.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, man.
We'll figure it out
because we need to document this because the stories once again have been awesome.
Well, there's this cool app that they have out there. It's called Periscope.
And you know what? Drew Garabo just introduced that to me.
Yeah, I heard about that, and it's pretty cool. I mean, as far as what it's designed to do. So, it's always just a big deal to make good audio and audio video quality. As good as you can get.
Yeah.
That's always the goal. Anyway,
as good as you can get.
As good as you can get. But then you have a damn show, and you got to worry about you got to always have a so Jane.
Hey. That's brought to you by asgoodasitgets.com.
Script. I shouldn't have wrote the script. Anyway, we'll have a hell of a great weekend, and I hope I'll give an open invite again if you want to ever come over and hang out.
Yeah, man.
We do this Tuesday nights. You come over next time, and MK will be here, and then maybe we'll have Jeff Nolan. No, wait, what is that?
Yeah.
Let me look at the calendar. I forget what I'm talking about here. No, not next week. Not the week after. So like the 26th, is that? 26th, yeah. So not the 19th, but the 26th. Actually, the 19th is that's my anniversary. So
of what?
Of my marriage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How many years has it been?
14.
Wow.
Yeah. So what should I do? I'm probably going to be in trouble.
Give her another child.
If I try to do a show.
Happy anniversary. Here's the baby.
If I try to do a show though on that day,
you should celebrate, dude. You should totally do a show on your anniversary.
Yeah, of course.
And talk about the stories of how awesome you guys are.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Seriously, man, that'd be very, very. Show her your love. I mean, this is something you guys do, and you do it well. And
I want to gush all over you.
Well, I heard that's why you had to close season 3.
See, I can do. That's right. Season 3 was the problem. That's with the gushing. It was too much. You're right. You're dead on. You're good. Documentary in you.
Hey, I just listen.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love what you do.
Didn't mean to bring up old shit.
No, it's all right, man. You're rock solid, bro. It was good to get to hang out with you outside of. Every time I've seen you, it's always been like, there's been all these other loud music. I think going on. It's hard to hear people in clubs and. Anyway, so it's good to sit down and talk to you.
It is.
You're a hell of an interesting guy.
Hey, thanks, man. Right back at you.
Well, I appreciate that, and that's the gist of what we do. if you're outside of Orlando and you are discover this night, that's my goal. I want this to go from somewhere where it's like, wow, I'm going to be in Orlando, and that's actually lands right on the first Thursday each month, and you go, oh, let me check this out, because this kind of experience is not, let's say for the the in and out type of thing. It's not supposed to. You're
the
supposed
old
to,
in and out type of thing. Yeah.
Well,
Oh my God.
You got to give it a story and a song.
Yeah.
We try on somebody's shoes.
I see you're breaking the ice again by taking your pants
Anyway,
off.
I don't know. I guess it's habitual. It's what I do at the end of the show. But don't give my secrets away, please.
Okay.
Jerry.
Sorry. You should put a curtain up or something.
I know. I guess I should. I should be behind a curtain while I interview you. That would be great.
Because
it'd be like,
look at me sometimes too. It's weird.
Yeah. Just your glance, your bitchy stare.
Yeah, man.
Your
really,
resting bitch face.
It's so uncomfortable.
And
then your stupid selfie stick you keep pulling out.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
That's fantastic.
So that's what they call it.
A little bit of applause for that. So. Well, rock the house, man. We're gonna go ahead and what should I play some more music to cut us out in case you want to? My throat is dry as hell. I need to get something to drink. Excuse me.
Were there any calls at all? Okay, so while he's taking the drink, what I'm going to tell you guys right now is too late.
Pardon me. Thanks for doing that.
Hey, man.
No, you go. All right. No, I'm going to call to make sure it works. Hold on.
Oh,
what am I doing?
You're calling into your own
let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can. Before we close out, I'm going to do it. So it's
so we can test the.
I'm going to call.
I could have called. I know the number. What's the number again?
I'm trying to do it. It's 407-379-9529.
379?
379-9529.
9529.
379-9529.
Hey, I'm going to Kraftwerk, man, in September. I got my tickets.
Really?
Yeah, they're playing in Miami. It's already sold out, but that's going to be.
You know,
really looking forward to that show.
Did you ever get to see Dead Can Dance?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I saw them in Miami, and then I flew to L.A. and I saw them at. There it is. I saw them at the Hollywood Bowl, and I saw them with Kimball and my friend Ace, and Stay Space actually was there too. Oh, hey. Yeah, man. Wow. Got some callers. Weird.
Okay, that's not a
that's a
serious
caller.
call, I think. That's not serious. Anyway. Yeah, so we got a caller, sure.
All right. Now, just checking.
Yeah, it's 407-379-9529. We've had
9529.
Last time we had Greg call in. That was a crazy. We interviewed this guy named Richard Johnson, and he recently did an art show at the Orange Studio called The Weapon of Choice, and it was all about stuff written on the. Yeah,
dude, I was at that show.
Oh, you were? Yeah,
yes.
we interviewed him last Tuesday. He was sitting right there.
Really?
Yeah,
man. Yeah. I tell you, do you know who Patrick
Richard
is?
Johnson.
Patrick and Holly?
Yeah, Snap, yeah.
Have you had them in here?
They're doing great. No, I got to interview Patrick over the phone for something I did with the Infiltrate Celebrate group.
Man, I got to tell you real quick about the two of them. I mean, what they're doing in this town is awesome. Yeah. It's like it's a big breath of fresh air finally.
Yeah. It's incredible.
It really is, man.
The fact that they cherished that little cameo theater, man, and they preserved it and they turned the sign and everything. Oh my God, I love it. I
know.
Love it. It's fantastic.
They're awesome, and they they're doing an exhibit every day of the month for Okay,
you are.
Well, I am what
or what? Here you are.
Yeah. Okay, here you are.
What?
Like, what?
You're telling me what?
I'm right here, man.
And then it turned into a brawl. What the hell happened?
Don't get me started.
Over the tipping point.
Yeah.
Don't push him over the tipping point.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
His name is Max Limit. Don't push him over the bridge.
Too late. So, once again, Snap is awesome. I had the opportunity to actually do a mix for the Andy Warhol thing, and it was all the stuff from just Andy Warhol and everything he had to deal with.
What's your now? Do you play music?
I do play music. I do one-offs here and there, just here in town.
Do you also play music?
Oh, am I a musician?
Yes.
Funny enough, I play flute.
You do, really?
Yeah, I really do. And pretty good at it. Actually.
A flautist? So you're
Brian Chowderkoff actually
flautist?
brought that back out into me. I told him one night that I could play the flute, and literally blew his mind. He's like,
really?
Yeah. So I've done many late nights over at Brian's house.
Blowing on his flute over there.
Blowing on my flute.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
on your own flute. I'm sorry.
I had my own flute.
Okay.
So, but he was right there listening to it.
Of course.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can play the flute. That's cool.
Yeah. And I read music, and I
read
sing.
music.
Oh yeah, and write music actually.
Really?
Yeah, but
that's remarkable.
Yeah, and I've got a great voice, believe it or not. But I've never really.
You get
yeah.
Have you done?
I mean, and I'm not talking like karaoke. But
right.
Yeah, but whatever.
Well,
I got a lot of secrets.
Okay.
So I don't want to go there.
It's too dark a secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not bring my voice into this.
Okay, well, I apologize.
Right,
that's good, deep voice, though. That's good.
Hey, man, thanks.
Say,
I can't do a high voice.
Give me some kind of do a
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to say do a commercial for Twist and
Twist.
Yeah, come on out the Twist.
No. Seriously, Twist is awesome. That's a good place.
Twist Hair Salon.
You need your hair done.
TwistHairStudio.com.
Go there.
Just give me a TwistHairStudio.com and a really deep voice.
That's right. And how much does it cost to sponsor the show?
TwistHairStudio.com.
And don't forget artarmy.org and Libation and Liberation. What's the one? Love Nation?
And Loverino.
And what's that? Street Jelly? Is that for real?
And that one with the corn chip fingernails.
.com.
What?
That's a good one.
Anyway. No, that's all right. So you're not.
Hey, there's my wife.
Hey.
Let's can we
if she calls this number,
hey.
Oh yeah, you can talk to her.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, we're on the air right now. What are you doing?
Oh shit, I forgot. Okay, sorry.
Okay, well, this is my wife just getting off work.
Hey, welcome.
Hey.
Anyway.
Anyways.
I'm gonna let you go. So you drive your truck home.
Okay, babe, I love you.
All right, love you too.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, that was fun. Okay, we didn't get to ask her any questions.
Look, she's still there.
Oh, she didn't turn that off?
She didn't.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You're still here, honey.
You're a nice guy.
Hey, look,
he was like,
see
I
the
don't
picture
want
that
to.
comes
Whoops.
up when she calls.
Oh,
and then
yeah, it just disappeared though.
Oh,
she's adorable.
There it is again.
Okay, see, that's crazy. Yeah, he showed me your weird.
Let's go.
Dia de los Muertos.
I'm trying to break the ice again.
Anyway, there you go. Breaking ice, he's Icebreaker. What would your name be? Troy Icebreaker. Or would it be like those spin-offs of... I love those kind of stereotypical commercials where you just have no... there's an aimless voice of a beep boo, but it's not really making any sense, but you're kind of buying into it. And,
yeah. And then what happens?
Well, I just like fake commercials and stuff like that.
And you pick up the phone, give them a call.
Well, whether it's conversational or what have you.
Speaking of call, what's the number here again to call? 407?
407-379-9529.
9529.
So it's 407-379-WJBW. On your phone, yeah.
Which is WJBW?
9529.
5539.
9529.
And if you're driving right now, pull out your phone and go ahead and unlock the screen.
No, but soon
give us a call. Send us a text, thing, right? Actually. A long-winded text.
A long-winded.
While you're driving.
Winded.
That'd be great.
Thanks.
And check out artarmy.org.
Oh. There he goes. Big Country chiming in from the text. There you go.
Really?
Thanks, buddy. Action. Big Country. Oh, he does. We'll give a shout out to that guy. He does a Wednesday night. He does a show called Sitting on a Tailgate, and he talks to me. I think he's interviewing the #1 coleslaw wrestler from the Cabbage Patch thing. I forget what her name is. Molly something.
Molly.
But yeah, he's interviewing to my. Anyway, it's also on Spreaker. It's Sitting on a Tailgate. Go listen. Go check him out. There's your plug.
All right.
That was
very nice. He should call in. Does he? If he does a radio pod thing.
Yeah.
Does he not have a good voice? Does he have to?
Oh, yeah, it's a good voice.
Does he? Have you been on his show?
He's a personality. No.
You don't want to be on his tailgate?
I don't really want to sit on the tailgate.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you do on the tailgate?
Right
hey,
here.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah. Also, yes, a lot of just sitting on a tailgate. Yeah.
Why'd you bring up Dead Can Dance?
I'm a little
Speaking
more,
of Jimmy Buffett.
I'm a little, because I almost got to see them, and I forget when it was, but we did get to go see the, was it the Who?
I don't know.
I guess in Miami, I think.
Instead of Dead Can Dance?
No. It was a different time. But no,
that doesn't really coincide at all.
It was a weird trip.
But no, why did you originally bring up Dead Can Dance? I've seen them twice, and I've seen Lisa Gerrard
because
in LA.
I would have loved to go to that show.
That's one of my all time favorite bands. So it was kind of like you bringing that up. I'm like, where'd that come from?
The freakiest thing I've ever seen, of course, is
we were talking about Kraftwerk, and you went to Dead Can Dance,
right?
You know, so when I'm saying,
okay,
but go ahead.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just think it's just kind of cool.
They're just
just out of the blue throw up one of my all time favorite bands.
Oh well, I don't know, man. I've got cue cards over here.
Oh, because this is that's right.
It's written on my penis right there. Can you see it? Okay.
That's right.
Jeez. Anyway,
right.
yeah.
Sorry.
What were we talking about? Kraftwerks? No.
I'm going to see them.
I know you're excited.
And then you're like, oh yeah, well, what about Dead Can Dance? I'm like, yeah, fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah. So what's your favorite show you've ever been to? Is it hard to nail down, or what? What would you say?
No, actually, my all-time favorite show, and dude, I have seen literally thousands of shows. Working at the Beecham as long as I did, I've been epic, phenomenal shows. I've got to run backstage in Miami at the Miami Amphitheater, with Perry.
Yeah.
And dude, yeah, but the number one show I got to say that I've ever seen has been Beck. And that was at Hard Rock Live when Hard Rock at the time was doing these live tapings for. I got to see Queens of the Stone Age, White Stripes, Beck, all in like a week. They had all like every night they had a different taping of like these phenomenal bands. But Beck was like awesome.
He's incredible. What did he sing? Which number did he do?
Dude, he did everything. He came out there with a boombox, and he hit the boombox, kind of like Talking Heads kind of tribute thing, and and then he grabbed a guitar and like he played every. I mean, the guy's got probably 30 hits. I mean, and he played every single one of them, and it was. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. And dude, I've seen awesome shit, but that was like.
But he's so incredible. When he kind of came out with that whole loser thing. He could have been easy in and out, but I like that he's constantly discovering stuff, and he shares it with us. It's like
he is the most creative. I don't know if you've seen some of the
Columbus of music. No, wait, is that a bad reference? No, he's
Christopher Columbus.
Well, he wasn't a good guy, I guess. That guy's a dick, and this guy is cool.
I mean, Beck is a Scientologist and all, but.
Is he really?
Yeah, he was born into it. His parents
are
both. Yeah, and he's very not necessarily active, but he stands behind it. But I guess any way you're brought up as a child, it's kind of in your roots to say.
Right.
So it's hard to.
Yeah.
But,
those kind of things do influence people. That's for sure.
But getting back to Beck, he is amazing. He's got a lot of things like he did the whole NXS. Album. I mean, dude, he's just a very creative, amazing.
He did redid their songs? Or?
He did. What's the name of the album? It'll come to me in a second.
Odelay, and I could look him up. But
no, these were what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's done Midnight Vultures.
I'm trying to.
He got the album of the year this year with not Sea Change. That was a couple of years ago. What was it? Morning Phase is the album that was Grammy of the Year. Which was very well deserved. I mean, he played all the instruments on that. Anyways, enough about Beck. He's just,
Yeah, I forget what it was. Odelay.
Hey, my second favorite show, which is very close, was Spangle. You ever heard of Spangle?
Spangle.
I saw them in New York on Halloween night a couple years ago, and one of the most amazing shows I've ever seen besides Beck.
Odelay was a second official studio album. And then what were these guys called? Spongle?
Spongle. SPHON.
Isn't that like a game or something?
No, that's
SPH.
That's Hungry Hippos.
SPH?
SPHONGLE. Spongle. Yep.
GLE?
SPH.
Okay.
It should come up. Simon Posford. He's and Rajaram.
Wow.
Those are the two guys, and they put on an amazing with the like 14-piece band that they have.
Sponglemusic.com. That's the official site. That looks awesome.
And artarmy.org.
And also, as well as.
Hey, we got a caller. Go ahead. This is we got you live on a podcast. What's going on, Mr. Gold?
I have a question for you.
Okay, what's the question?
Say, for instance, you are diabetic.
Okay.
And you are not taking care of yourself, and
Yeah.
you go into a diabetic coma. And they have to, bring you back, and you're like, oh, I'm so happy to be alive. But you're still super reckless with your diabetes. You drink, you smoke, you're fat, all this kind of stuff. And then you go into a major diabetic coma, have all this stuff, have to have all these bypass surgeries for your legs, just to keep your legs on.
Uh-huh.
Should people feel sorry for you, or should have been, why the fuck didn't you take care of yourself, dickhead?
Right.
Yeah. Why didn't you take care of yourself? Are you talking about yourself? Or are you talking about JB?
Talking about who?
JB?
Who's JD?
I don't know. Who are you?
Who's your caller? Who are you talking to?
I don't know who JD is, but I'm not talking about myself. I'm not talking that, and that was just an example of something. But just read something recently where that exact thing happened. I'm like, what, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
This guy asked for a bunch of money too.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, I'll call you back. I'm in the middle of a podcast here.
Oh, enjoy.
That was fantastic. Right. Thank you. Wow.
That was Mike Gold.
Oh, wow.
He used to work at a beach club. He was the light guy for almost 15 years. He's got a very rich history here in Orlando.
I liked his whole just
right to the point,
spiraling.
He's like, you want to know what I thought?
He's totally spiraling.
He knows I'll tell him exactly how I feel. So, you know what? That's just
he had like his tire. I mean, he had his, that was hilarious.
And it's funny because normally when he calls me with a question, he already knows the answer.
But you knew you just put. I mean, that was. I don't know. I'll have to hear that again. That was crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Well, thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it.
So we've had several callers now.
So they're calling your phone. Ironically, that's the funny part. Anyway, so Jerry, man, thanks for any. What else? You got any other plugs for people out there? What else? What else you got?
No, man. Sunday Morning Coming Down with Joseph Martins. I don't know if you ever listened to that, but that is an awesome show. And he's doing his YouTube channel. That is where it's at. He's got that YouTube channel that he's been working out a lot of kinks and bugs. And so hopefully, actually, not hopefully, it's you can check it out. Go to their Facebook and check it out. So, yeah. Hey, caller, go ahead. So, I'm glad you brought that. The only other thing I have to plug, is my wife later.
Okay.
No, but Little Indies. That's and Will's Pub is where at. And you know what? Space Bar is pretty damn awesome. Tommy Mont. Do you know Tommy?
I think I go to the Sandwich Bar a lot, and so I kind of
Tard.
Never officially really met him.
Gotcha.
But they do great stuff out there.
Hey, do you know Scott Shapiro?
Shapiro?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I know Scott Shapiro.
I'm just plugging him too.
No. You're plugging him also.
Hey,
and you playing flutes.
Yeah,
there you go.
Plug the Shapiro, play the flute.
Anyway, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
You said that.
You're a talented guy. I really do.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Where are you going with this?
I appreciate it. Rock the house.
Okay, you can do my eulogy.
All right. Yeah. I'll do. No.
Great.
Anyway.
All right then.
No. Hopefully, like I said, I'll give you an open invite if you can make it over here.
Man. I will be here next week.
If you want to come by and hang out, it's cool. We'll give Michael some company too, or give him some chance to be in and out. So because it's all about conversation, and you've got a hell of a lot of stuff to share. So We do want to encourage people to go check out a unique event. It happens the first Thursday evening of each month at Little Indies, and that's on Mills Avenue, and that's in Orlando. And you can find all that with map and GPS and beep bop boop bop 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 bop.
And don't forget about Twist Hair Salon as well. Yeah, because that is an awesome salon.
It is. It is a cool building. It is a great vibe.
In College Park.
They know what they're doing. Right. In business for 12 years over there at twisthairstudio.com. Twisthairstudio.com, I believe. Yes.
I don't know that website.
Yes, I am. Can you check it for me? Check the facts for me. No.
Artarmy.org.
I'm pretty. There you go. You got that one right.
Well, I'm looking at the sticker.
Oh, you're looking. Oh, yes. Cheating on that.
And there's Love Nation and Street Jelly.
Yes. Don't forget about that. You know whose voice that is?
Joseph Martin's.
No, one more.
Oh, that's Jesse Martin's.
Nope.
Dream.
You're going to get it.
Is it Betty White?
It rhymes with him Haxon.
Oh, man. I know that guy. Have you had him in here? That guy.
Yeah.
I tried. He was supposed to be part of one of the Under the Influences, but he didn't show.
That happened. Well, we'll get it all together, man. I want to help. I want to help kind of document what you're doing there, too. So I think it's fantastic. Anyway.
And hey, it's Jim Jackson.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
So, yeah.
Rhymes with him Haxon. Come on.
Yeah.
So basically,
he's awesome.
Here's a pork chop.
Sorry. So
yeah, Jim's a good guy.
Yeah. He's got great stories. That's why I wanted him to be a part of it.
Does.
Yeah,
he surely does. He surely does. Yeah. Well, and so if people want to connect with you, I guess what's the best way for them to do that? Is there a good email address that they can say, "Hey, I want to," or Facebook you, or what's the best way?
Yeah, just
email
Facebook me.
Facebook friend of mine. Okay, you're the only Jerry Johnson on the.
Pretty much. I got the profile with my eyes gazing out.
You can't. How can you? I think Jerry Johnson. There's a lot of them.
All right.
No offense.
But honestly, okay. Are you going on Facebook? But I'd really say this. I'm like, hey, just put Jerry Johnson in. I'll be the first guy that comes up.
Okay. Well, that's because we're already friends. Right?
Well, yeah. Well, but Jerry.
What the hell is it? Oh, this is that spunk hole thing.
Spunk
What's it called again?
Spunk hole. That is a great spunk hole. And my second favorite show ever was Spunk Hole in NYC. That is the place to be. It's a spunky hole. I saw Spungle at a spunk hole. It was really spunky. It was not a good time. Spunk hole.
That was funny. So you do that.
Spunk hole. That is really good, actually.
Come on down, do the spunk hole.
Hey, did you see the guy that got tasered at UCF when he was freaking out?
Was it a long time ago or recently?
It was recent.
No.
Okay, well, he was before he got tased. He was wearing a spunk hole shirt. And not it like hardly anybody knows who spunk hole is.
Yeah.
Spelled, just how it's spelled spunk, SPHUNKE, and then hole, which is Courtney Love.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Thanks for that little nugget.
Hey.
Out of your spunk hole popped a little nugget there, buddy. Thanks. I appreciate it. No, you've been fun. It's been fun hanging out.
Cool. I'll be here next week for sure.
Well, hell yeah. You can come back. All right. There you go.
All right. Cool,
there
man.
You go.
All right.
All right. So what do I got?
How much does this pay again? That's Jim Jackson again.
No, you'll never guess that guy. I don't know that guy's name.
Yeah, I like it. It's American Dream. No.
That is right. You guessed it. It was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That was amazing.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, come on. Anyway, okay, so
Joseph Martin's again. You got a lot of clips.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's close out. Huge thanks to Jerry
Thanks
Johnson.
for having me. This is awesome. I had a good time.
I appreciate it. Stop it over there. He's fucking with himself.
This is good.
Over and over again. And WJBWnetworks.com is the primary site.
Yeah.
Go follow us. I'm at Radio JB Web on Twitter. Are you on the Twit box?
No. Actually, I was, but then I got deleted. Yeah. But
were you fighting? You fighting with people?
Let me
ask
you
this.
People
actually fight on Twitter. It's like so.
Yes,
ask me a question here.
What if I want to hear this podcast again? How do I go about doing that?
Well, it links back to Spreaker is the best way. You can download it or on demand, or again through iTunes.
On demand? How would I do it?
On demand. So you could say, go to the web browser. It's probably the best way.
And let's say I wanted to share this
or a desktop
with somebody.
Yes.
I can do all that.
Yes, there is a specific link for this episode. It's
Do I need
episode
an app?
109.
109.
You do not. No, you do not.
I don't need an
Actually,
app
you
for
can
that.
use your phone's browser to listen to it. It will try to prompt you to load the app, but you don't have to.
Oh God!
You can play it in the browser.
Because
Yeah.
I don't like just downloading anything.
Yeah, you get and so much. Yeah, I mean, you don't have
Unless it's a
endless
spunk hole.
endless data. Is there a spunk hole app?
I will
because you
download-
need to
Actually, there
invest
is,
into
yeah.
that. You should
I've-
stop talking about it because then, it's gonna little spunk hole fairies are gonna
There's nothing like
gather-
downloading a spunk
glooming-
hole.
gathering gloom.
It's gathering gloom.
The gloom is gathering. Just in the
Breathe
same.
deep.
Didn't you love
The
Vincent Price? He was the
gathering
best. Oh yes,
It's Moody Blues.
some orb or something. Yes, Moody Blues. Those guys. Yeah.
So
Vincent Price. He was great, right? Wasn't he?
Dude,
they don't make him.
Do
like
you remember
that anymore.
Dr. Paul Bearer? That's probably a little before your
Paul
time.
Bearer.
Dr. Paul Bearer. He did a little show Saturday mornings.
Okay.
Google him sometime. Dr. Paul Bearer.
What I think is cool about Orlando
is
that this is where Bob Ross
little fluffy
on the
cloud.
Jack Kerouac.
Mr. Rogers lived here for
the Bombay
a long time.
Boys. Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
Are you
He
serious?
I'm serious. For real.
Yeah, he was my neighbor.
I get it. Well, I want you to be my neighbor.
I like that. I like that whole little.
Did you even know you did that,
Please
or
would
did you?
be? No,
you didn't
those.
know. You had no idea what you were doing. The more I hang, the more I know you don't know what you're doing. You know what? I'm actually busy next Tuesday.
Are you busy? Oh,
I'm busy. I'll be busy coming here. Oh, see, I turn that around.
All right, morning show. See how I got you there?
Anyway, well, you're a hell of a guy. When MK's here too, you'll like him. He's funny as hell.
I'll be the judge of that.
Where you want to plug where your wife cuts hair?
No. We'll keep it with twist.
Hey, boo.
Hey, baby.
Hey, boo. I'm finishing up the show.
Hey, I tried to call you earlier. You didn't pick up.
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
busy.
finishing
Hey,
up the show.
baby,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
busy. Okay, baby.
All right. Okay. I won't keep you. I just wanted to let you know I'm like 10 minutes away, so you didn't run away.
Okay.
All
All right, boo. All right.
That's my cue to get out of here.
Uh-oh. All right.
All right. That
All right,
means
we got to shut
I
down.
got 10 minutes
All
to
right,
get
we
the
gotta shut
hell
it
up
down.
out of here,
We
dude.
got to shut it down.
Oh, man. I don't want to meet her. What's his name?
Okay. Gene,
Yeah.
actually.
And it's your anniversary
His
when?
name
On the
is Gene.
19th?
Gene, yes.
You don't want to forget that.
It is the 19th, yeah.
Okay.
It's an important
Man,
day.
see how I
We
pulled
got
that?
married
Like,
at the Maitland Art Center outside in the church.
I was there.
That little
dumbass.
outside church.
I
You were there?
You don't
And we
remember my
dressed up in
present?
Renaissance.
Yeah. Hello. I had my sword. Remember?
Saw.
And my shield.
Oh,
I was throwing dice down.
wow.
Dude, it was an awesome wedding. It was 14 years ago.
Yes, it was. 14
Right?
years ago.
That was you know how old I was
Years
then?
ago. You were
44.
44. Oh, wow.
I know.
Regis Philbin joining us here.
Yeah. So,
with the blood of Dick Clark.
but that was a great
Regis
wedding.
Philbin and Dick Clark with some kind of
Wonderful. Here we go.
penis of Carson Daly. I don't know.
we only
Jimmy
have-
Stewart.
So-
Swagger. And the interviewing skills of Johnny Carson.
That's nice.
Anyway,
All right, then.
there you go.
Hey, it's been really nice having you here.
And knows like how it's
For real. Like, I don't want to hear that again, but...
Well, you rock, brother.
All right.
I appreciate you coming
too.
in. All right,
Amen.
so we're going to close this, so wrap this sucker up. Thanks again for joining us. We support independent. Viva la Indie. That is our credo. And WJBWnetworks.com. That is our website. I am JB Webb. We'll see you again next week in studio. I can't announce it yet because I don't know. It's actually my anniversary, so I might have to interview my wife. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That'd be good.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.